everyone, welcome back. We are back in my riding stables to develop the best riding stables that's ever existed. And we have to start every day with feeding the horses. So let's do that. And then I think we did end up training her all the way. So we will get to do a race today, I think. Yeah. While she eats, we are going to train some foals. I love this game. Ooh, we might not make that. I didn't plan ahead very well. Wait, no. Come on. That's on me. I've always found this to be the most stressful part of this game. But it's the first building you can build. So it's kind of the first way you can make money. When I was a kid, I had this game on the Wii. You know, with motion controls. That wasn't a good idea for this minigame. That was a very bad idea for little children that have no concept of questionable motion controls. But you know, I still have my Wii today, so I guess it wasn't that bad. The Wii lived, I lived, the game lived, I do still have the game. Along with a gazillion other horse games that I've slowly collected on the Wii to the best of my abilities. We occasionally go to some of the secondhand shops around here in hopes of finding old games. I have a lot of PlayStation 2 games that I used to play that I've collected over the years. Finding them at like conventions and old game shops and thrift stores. It's always a blast. The best find that I had recently was, I say the best, I mean the best of in terms of like me. It made me so happy. There was an unopened Littlest Pet Shop Wii game. And that's a game that I played so much when I was little that, like, the disc broke. So I was ecstatic to have that. Brand new. Yay! Okay. And I think we only get 2. Yep. So horse games on the Wii. I had this one. I had Horse Adventures. What was that game called? I did. I did feed them. She's not hungry. Not crazy, right? We did that. It's fine. She'll make it. Let's do some grooming real quick. So, recently, the horse games that I've gotten, or the horse games that I had on the Wii when I was little, was this and Horse Adventures. I want to say it was Horse Adventures. I'm not entirely sure if that's what the game was called. And I had Pets Horse Club 2, the second one, the Ranch Rescue one. Of course, horse games on the Wii are like under a gazillion different names. They're released under so many different names. Now I need to go find my collection and like read through all of them. Make a list. Anyway, but that disc, I also played the Horse Adventures disc so much that it broke when I was a kid as well. Hey, can you guys tell that I like playing animal games? I didn't think I made that clear enough. So, I also found that one. I do believe I found that one as well in a store, in a shop, a secondhand retro game place. And you know what I did? Because I do remember playing it recently. It was another one of those games where, like, as a kid, you reach a certain point and it becomes just a little too much. I was a little too young when I got it to fully, like, I'd never beat the game. I just kept playing the parts that I could play over and over and over. Because at some point, the way that they did the jumping mechanics and, well, the other mechanics, I don't know as a kid when I never really did the dressage stuff in any games. I like it now as an adult if it's done well, but that's harder to come by. But the tutorial for like show jumping before you even do any of the competitions, the little tutorial lessons that you get, they got harder. They obviously are supposed to get harder, but like after the third one, I was like, how are you supposed to remember all the specific motions you're supposed to make? Because you have to do it like at the exact right time. And so obviously the jumps were getting closer together to make the course harder. I was like, oh man, I don't know if there's enough time. I think some games have always been hard, and some games I was just a young... Okay, where's that way? We're gonna slowly canter as to not disrupt. You know what? I'll meet you there. Alright, gang. Are you ready to rumble? We can do this. We can do this. Probably. Oh, I thought that was going to be a quick start. Didn't get it. That's okay. Who needs a quick start anyway? It only saves a little bit of time. Probably. So, as I was saying, you know, I love games that find a way to like make the mechanics fun and sort of complicated, but not so complicated that you're sitting there like, that's kind of what that game was like. I want to play more of it though. I'm going back and playing all the games I played as a kid because I want to beat all the games that I didn't beat as a kid. I played a lot of horse games just to like ride a horsey, you know? I wasn't like, I gotta save the farm. Some of them. I got very far in this one when I was little. on the Wii, I think I think I was like one race away from completing all the races. So I would have been very close to... Yay! Alright. So I would have been very close to beating the game. Now we just need to do some running, do some training. The other thing with this, though, is that each level, you can see it. Oh, come on. You can see it when I hover over that little booklet, the little notebook up there. Each level has different tasks, and all of these are totally fine. This, however, I think it gets up to like 5 by 2, which means I have to have 2 gold shoes on 5 horses, and that basically means they either have to be, there are 3 things: fully cleaned, massaged, and or relaxed. You can send them out to the pasture, and that will also relax them. And bathing, maybe? What are the 5 stars? Not 5 stars. What are the 3 stars? Grooming, hoof cleaning, and massaging. Okay, that's better than I thought. But you gotta stay on top of that every day, you know. It's really not that bad. It's fine. And one more time. Let's see. I did beat Pets Horse Club 2, the second one, the Ranch Rescue. I know it as Pets Horses. Or Club Horses? Something like that. Nah. What do they name these things anyway? I also had a vet game. Paws and Claws Pet Vet. And I also found that tricky when I was little. But that was more so, like, the game doesn't explain it very well. Because I also found that tricky when I was like, obviously I was like, I'm an adult now, I understand how these things work. And then I was like, wait a second, I don't actually understand how these things work. What is going on? Because you have to have certain facilities to hold animals overnight, but it doesn't explain that. Like, it sort of does, but it doesn't offer like any tutorial on how to take care of them, if that makes sense. And maybe I haven't played it in a while, maybe I'm misremembering it and like I just skipped over a tutorial, but I had to Google things on a relatively obscure Wii game from forever ago. And I was like, it was something about feeding them that like wasn't working. And I was like, hey, is there a penalty if you don't feed them? And I don't think there is. Oh my god, please jump over this. Oh, quick stop works. Oh, there we go. Well, now I look like an idiot. That's okay. Why won't you jump over this jump? Okay, let's relax. And let's... Thank you. Ugh. Ruining my conversation. So, that was fun. I was stuck at home for a while last year, so I was going back and playing every game that I've ever owned to pass the time, and that was one of them. And I got pretty good into it, and I stopped playing it because I was like, it was was getting to be a lot, and I was like, wow. So, and I think it would have helped if you could, like, focus. Like, if I could go into settings, you know, say I become, like, I unlock the dogs. If I could go and just take care of dogs and cats and set it for that, but you can't decide what animals come through the walk-in part of the clinic. So you have to treat everyone that comes in the walk-in, and you also have to go around and take care of all of the animals that you're keeping overnight. And I guess the only way around that, I thought there were some other jumps close by. I guess the only way around that, now that I'm thinking about it, was just like denying keeping them overnight. But I don't know if you can deny it. If the option comes up, I think if you don't have any room, it's just like, oh, you know, I'll have to recommend another facility. But there we go. But if you have the room, I think you just automatically accept them. Anyway, I wanted to get far enough in that game to get a horse and ride it, because there are riding trails in that game, much like this one. And it's the same style as this, where it's like that top-down sort of, woohoo! Where it's like that top-down sort of view. Oh. Dang, that sucks. If I was fast enough, we could have done the race. But unfortunately, she's out of energy. We wouldn't be able to do it. And we're almost out of time. I'm gonna let her run her heart down. Ha ha ha. So. Yay, 40% strength. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. I never got that far. Oop. Okay, I guess we just have to walk. Alright, that's fine. I'm trying to think of other things. I bought the first Pets Horses game. But I haven't played it very much. I didn't play it when I was a kid. I didn't have it when I was a kid. But I saw it at a store and I was like, haha, yeah. Horse, gimme. Thank you. I also had, I think, oh goodness, how many would I have had? Hello? Oh, yay! We did it! Screenshot that. Perfect. I also had, whoops, there we go. Had some PC games. I can't remember. I know what one of them was called. How much is it going to cost? Oh, I need a 2-star? Thank goodness. Look, the guest house will become obsolete. I have to build it to have ratings. I don't have to build it right now to have a rating. But I do have to build it. How much is the bridge going to cost? I do have to build it to, like, complete the game. Probably will not be having many guests, because you can't block a horse from being booked by a guest. And when you're training the horse, it kind of messes everything up when a guest takes out your almost fully trained horse. And you're like, okay, cool, I'm not going to go run a race today, I guess, because I can't, because my horse is being taken out by a guest. So I don't know how often will be having guests at the establishment. Nothing bad happens if you don't book them in. They'll come there, they'll stand for a while and wait for you to come up and be like, here, come in. And if you don't, they just leave. So it's totally fine. Ooh. So one of them I had was Friends Forever, and I have it right now on this computer, I believe. I still have it on here. And you get a foal, you raise it, you can like walk around. It was one of those early games, so it's like not great. But it's cute and it's fun enough. And then I had another one that was similar, but I don't really remember that much of it. You didn't raise a horse in it. With this one, you kind of raised it. You got it as a foal, and you took care. Oh, we didn't miss that, liar. You took care of it, and over time. Oh, come on. I don't know. I don't know how to. Well, it's not listening now because it's upset because I missed him. Okay, yeah, we're gonna return to the yard. And I don't remember how to give a carrot. So I also can't see the controls. That's fine. We'll just try again. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Whoops. Well, that's going to be a little... That's fine. Yeah, I also don't like that aspect of this. These foals have no concept of failure. I don't see why they should not respond because we missed one. They don't know what the goal is. They're just listening. Anyway. And when I was super duper young, I had a PC game that was... I can't remember what it was called, but it was probably one of the peepa one of those. You know, there's a million of them. And honestly, I kind of want to go and like look through a gazillion different catalogs and just try to find everything that my little brain remembers. I've played a lot of horse games, man. I've played a lot. I plan to play a lot more. I was trying to record a Ranch of Rivershine video. I kind of gave up on it though. I play Ranch of Rivershine. I like it. I started a new save file to play, not really play through, but like just to start over. And it's just been sitting there. I haven't done anything with it. I don't plan to do anything with it. It is what it is. I should have looked at that info to see how to. It wants us to feed the horses again. I'm not going to. Call me a bad person. But I ain't doing all that. Mainly because it costs money to do that. Let's go see how much money we have. And buy more things. We need more food anyway. Yay! By 12. Good, okay. much is a host station? We can buy a host station. Yes. Alright. What else do we need? Install host station. That should be installed tomorrow. That will have to happen. And we need a second horse. Bridge should hopefully be built tomorrow. Host station will be built tomorrow. That's going to take us a minute. Therapy center also going to take us a minute. We got to save up money for that. All right. That was an eventful 2 days. Can you believe it? And honestly, I think we have one more day in us. So, yay, look, we built a bridge. Okay, let's go see how much that is going to cost us. The therapy center. I like the therapy center the most. I've always found it to be the quickest way to get money. Especially so you can buy books and read them and you'll get like a few extra monies for every level. A little too far. I'm using the mouse for a lot of stuff and it complicates using the keyboard for walking because I obviously use my mouse with my right hand and then my other hand would get in the way of me using my mouse. It's a whole system, you know. Let's go see how much that's gonna cost. So also across the bridge is the next area, which we will be able to unlock after we win all the races and get the second star. So that's the, not the, did I say fields? That's the woods. Let's see, how much is this gonna cost? 400. Man, we better get on our toes. Time to rake in some dough. So let's go train some foals, and then I will go run around, train up our steam engine. Yeah, I might just make a list of every single horse game I've ever played. And like, come on now. Don't be naughty. We're being naughty. We're being so naughty. Spacebar quit. It doesn't tell you how to... Okay, hold on. Fall indicated traffic lights. Okay, so it doesn't tell you how to... Can you only give it one when it's doing a good job? I also find it ridiculous that this is the second one that has given trouble out of nowhere. Like, we missed the first one for a reason I cannot determine. Nice. Maybe some foals are sassier than others. I sound crazy complaining about a game developed forever ago for young children. But hey, I'm playing it now, and I'm an adult. I'm gonna try the enter key. There is a way to do it. I know there's a way to do it. How do I... C? B? It's not space. Tab? Click? Left? Oh! I don't know what it was. But they got a carrot. Because you can only give them 3. Is it right click? It's right click. So that's how you counteract the upsetness when they miss one. You give them a carrot. It's right click. All of our problems are solved. No, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong one. I didn't want them to go faster, I wanted them to go up. I'm not being consistent with my movements. Yay! Okay. A database of my played horse games. That way I can keep track of them too. I also played a lot of online horse games. I played horse for a while. That was a long, long time ago though. I don't really play horse anymore. I haven't for years. They changed a lot, and it was at a time where I wasn't really playing any online games. And that's probably when I was like, I don't know how young you can play horse, so, you know, nobody come for me. But probably when I was like 10, so it's been a really long time. And then when I was about 15 is when I started playing games online again. And then when I reached no, yeah, I think 15 was when I started playing most of the games. Now, this is when I started playing one game that I still play now. I play Aladdin. And I'm pretty sure I need to double check that actually. I'm trying to think of like what age that is for. I don't think I was breaking any rules. But I want to like verify and really make sure that I wasn't breaking any rules. Oh my goodness, this is taking forever. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, verified. Yes, so I started playing Lyoden a little bit, actually not even a little bit, it was like half a year after I turned 16. So I've been playing that for a long time, big breaks in between. I used to play Horse Aiden Eventing like a fiend, like a maniac. I played that game so often, especially in the summer, obviously, because I was a child and had nothing else to do. And I think I originally joined, I no longer have the original account, which is so sad to me. But, you know, some things you just fall off of, and they delete accounts quite often, I believe. Alright. Whoops, maybe. They delete accounts quite often. So, but I played that forever. I joined in game year 12 or 15. That's how close I was. It's a Friday. You can't play it. It's Wednesdays or Sundays. Yeah. We can do a practice run, I guess. No, I don't want to do a practice run. We'll do dry runs, you know? I like those more. It's more fun and exciting. So I would play that so much. So much. And I played that for a long time. I occasionally go back just to see like what changes they've added. I used to play a virtual horse. I also played that a lot. Super love that game. I left and then logged back in, honestly, like months before it shut down. And the economy had changed so much, and for really, really bad. It changed for really bad. So, like, even just fixing the buildings on your ranch, because on a virtual horse, you would basically, like, build ranch buildings to process things. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was like an extra mechanic that made the game a lot of fun, and it was a way to make money and everything. But yeah, it was hard to make enough money to even fix those buildings. But not only did they have like a lot of options for horses, I think they also had a lot of options to earn money inside the game, which was nice. I honestly think there's a problem with a lot of games now where it's so hard to earn money, you can't really do what you want. So, in the end, I played a couple of random ones that popped up here and there that probably aren't active anymore. I did play Horseland a little bit. I played. Oh, I can't remember what it was called. None of them really stuck, though. I think horse games, I'm definitely more inclined to play like this, where there's a bigger interactive element than what most browser games can offer. So, currently, I have an account on Horse Reality and, oh god, it's the one that was Dutch only, or not Dutch only for a while, but it was the Dutch server, and then they recently expanded to international. And I play that a little bit, not a lot. I played it a lot when it first released, and now I check in every few days or so just to make sure everything's going fine. The only reason I don't play that more often is because I'm not playing any of my browser games right now, really. I'm not logging into Lioden a lot. Mainly because I have so many actual games that I want to play that I am trying to beat. Will I ever beat them? No, it's not going to happen. There's too many. It's too many. It's never going to happen. But I'll work on it. And then there's one that came across my feed the other day where you can like go through generations quickly, and I thought that was interesting. Or go through them at your own pace, is how it was phrased. That was very interesting. I was interested in that. I looked it up. I was thinking about creating an account, but then I didn't because I really want to focus on a few things if I can and not try to get too invested in a lot of different places. What is it called? I'm trying to think of what it's called. I'm gonna look it up. Un momento. I feel dumb now. It's just my horses. We've reached 55% strength. We're about to run out of our last little bit of heart. We're doing great. Her training, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Right. We're out. We'll go back to the yard. Don't worry. Her health isn't going to drop. We're too cool for that. Since we are riding her, we can get there a little bit faster. So, I'm trying to think. That's really it. Horse Reality, I played for a good chunk of time, and then that was before they like did a bunch of updating and moving stuff around. Like when it first came out publicly, I played it, and then I dropped off. It's done a lot of updates. I played it again 2023, 24, like a good chunk, and then I dropped off again, and I check in occasionally because I was so excited when the Lipizzanas were released. I was ecstatic. Those are one of my favorite horse breeds. And so I started a breeding project, but it takes a long time to go anywhere with that, and there aren't currently any penalties that I know of if you don't like go on and feed every day. Your horses still age, so basically I check in just often enough to continue my breeding program for the next generation, wait for them to be born, wait for them to age up and keep going. Nothing much more to it. How much money do we have? Can we find out? How do we find out? 207? That ain't nothing. But we do have enough bonuses to maybe buy another horse. I'll think about it. That might be... How do I get... There we go. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted. Get me out of here. Come on. Yeah, I can't believe I talked for this long. I really didn't plan on talking the whole time. I really thought it was going to be a lot of stop and go. Thank you for listening to me. I don't think I made any sense or said anything important, but you know, it's whatever. I will see you guys next time. Next week, the Camp Western is coming back to Star Stable, I believe, so that will probably be what we do. I will see you guys then. Goodbye.